You know Dasher, and Dancer, and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen, but do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? You guessed right, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The Story of Rudolph. Santa's sleigh is pulled by 8 reindeer: Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. But contrary to popular belief, the younger reindeer, Rudolph, did not live with the other 8 reindeer. Rudolph lived in a different reindeer village. Santa discovered Rudolph in his nose by accident as he was delivering gifts to Rudolph's house. It was said that Rudolph's nose glowed so brightly that Santa saw it from Rudolph's window. Rudolph was teased as the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names and never let him join in their games. But one foggy Christmas Eve, as Santa was preparing to deliver presents, he was concerned about the thickening fog. He worried about there being delays in completing his deliveries and causing an accident. But then Santa suddenly remembered Rudolph and his glowing nose and asked Rudolph if he would guide his sleigh that night. Rudolph immediately agreed. His nose was so bright that it saved the deliveries. Rudolph was forever respected by all of the other reindeer and treated like a hero for saving Christmas. All the other reindeer shouted, "Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you'll go down in history." The History of Rudolph. Due to the popularity of the famous Christmas song, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, many people are familiar with the reindeer. However, most people do not know how the story of Rudolph came to be. Did you know that the beloved character of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was actually born out of a department store marketing assignment? In 1939, Robert May was a writer who worked for a Chicago department store called Montgomery Ward. His job was to write advertisements for the department store's catalog. Each year, Montgomery Ward purchased coloring books to have Santa hand out to the children coming into their stores. However, in 1939, they decided to ask Robert May to create a coloring book for them. They told him to make sure it was about an animal. Robert May's daughter loved the deer at the Lincoln Park Zoo. He decided to fashion this story off the deer at the zoo and imagined the reindeer would have a shiny nose. In Christmas of 1939, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer made its debut in the Montgomery Ward department store. A songwriter by the name of Johnny Marks married Robert May's sister, Margaret. Ironically, Johnny Marks had been writing lyrics down to a song about Rudolph since the story first came out in 1939. It quickly became the second best-selling Christmas song of all time. The story teaches us that it's not nice to make fun of someone else because they're different, because everyone has something to offer. For Rudolph, that's his red nose. For more resources related to Rudolph, head to twinkl.com. Happy holidays!